Hello, and welcome back to SoulSpaUniversity, where we talk all things interesting. Welcome to the Time Traveler segment. My coworker Tom and I today have traveled to Sobertown, a time where we are sober. I thought I was going to stick with this location until my coworker had texted me today, and I think I'm going to have to fix this whole situation and time travel while on air. So yes, in recent time travel studies in the time travel world, there is a guy. First of all, would you like to say hi, Tommy?
Hello, everyone. Please hello. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you. Continue.
Yes, if you guys don't hit the notification bell, we will be time traveled into an abyss and you'll never see us again. Anyway, back to what matters. Yeah, so this guy goes by the name of Javier. He apparently woke up in a hospital in the year 2027, has not seen anybody this entire time he's been there, and actually has footage of every place in Valencia, which is where he woke up, with 0 people in it. Like everywhere he goes, there's 0 people. He has a ton of footage of this. And for people that think, oh, this could be video editing, apparently that's been proven out, which I'm sure Tom will go over later. I do have a theory about this at the end, which I will include at the very end of this. But we are going to cover this story in some good detail because, to be honest, it deserves it. This isn't just somebody saying they're a time traveler, then turning around and saying they were lonely in their mom's basement. This is actual footage happening. And it's quite fascinating. And I just love this whole story and I can't wait to talk more about it. And for those of you that are really, on the fence about this, anything anybody asks him to do, he actually does, which I'd like to cover that part after. Go ahead, Tom.
So yeah, Javier, who apparently traveled to 2027, woke up in the hospital there and all that stuff. And the only thing he remembered was his TikTok account. So he started recording things and posting it on his TikTok. And apparently whatever he's posting there is traveling back in time to 2021. And like Christina said, that people have been asking him, it's like, because nobody believes it. And he's videotaping all of Spain, not all of Spain, all of Valencia. And there's nobody at all. People keep asking him all kinds of different things to do, like go to an airport, because there's got to be people there. So he does. And there's nobody at all, not at one single soul. He goes to a police station. There's nobody. He goes to a school. There's nobody. He goes every subway station, hospital. Nobody at all. So this is kind of crazy because I've never people say that there could be editing involved, but I don't know. It doesn't look like editing at all. It looks nuts.
That's been debunked. So yeah, if that hasn't been debunked, we wouldn't be covering the story. But yeah, somebody did say it would be tedious, like never-ending editing to be like editing out everything as he's driving in a car, because there's footage of him driving in the car, and there's nobody there. So oh my God, I want to get to another part of the story, but I don't want to cut off the story prematurely. And this guy goes by the name of Javier. And do you remember his full name on TikTok?
His TikTok name is Único Sobrevivente, which means lone survivor. So yeah, right now he has like almost 4 million people following him.
Yeah, this him, guys. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a lot of people. So yeah,
wouldn't follow him. And God, there was something else. So yeah, he's recording all this, he's putting it on TikTok, which is funny because remember I did say I don't know if that video is out or not, where like TikTok is gonna be remember I was joking about how TikTok is going to be, you don't watch the videos, do you?
Never do.
Hmm?
No, I'm sorry. I don't remember which one. Maybe it didn't come out yet.
This is a live alien video. I said something about how TikTok is going to be like, I don't know, something about like when they look back on time travel.
Oh, right. It's gonna be like the record of our past and everything, and people are gonna think that we're just fools doing like TikTok dances and all that stuff.
Well, no, I think because I said like TikTok sounds like time. So they would like
Oh,
that. Yeah. Anyway,
that is true, actually. Oh, that actually might. I'll talk about that later, but
oh,
you just brought something.
okay, cool. So yeah, so this has been fascinating. So people, I mean, people are definitely like, all right, go steal a police car. And he'll like go and steal a police car. And they're like, oh, go into a jewelry store and play with the jewelry, and he'll go do that. He literally went into a store and put in a whole new outfit and walked out with it. And he's filming how nobody's anywhere. And how long has he been doing this?
He's been doing it for what, like 2 years now? I think he started in 1990. I'm sorry, 2019. So about 2 years now. Or at the end of 2019, something like that. Right by the beginning of the pandemic. So that's, I mean, yeah, people have been telling him do this, do that, and he's like, all right, does it. And there's nobody ever there. The one thing there was one thing where they told him to go into a police station, and when he started going in, the video stopped immediately. Then like came back later, and he was walking in the front door, and it's just weird.
At first, I was like, how does he have all the keys to all these things? He just has keys to cop cars, and he just goes into a fire truck. And
yeah, that's like, and that is true. He says that he randomly comes upon the keys, and it's like, what? All right, that seems very coincidental. Why are there keys in the first place if there's no people? But
now I noticed that when he went in the footage where he went into the police station, he was looking at photos of what's on the wall, and it looks like him.
yeah, kind of.
Like that looks like his main profile pic.
But that's the thing. Well, that's true. Maybe he used that profile pic, that picture for his profile pic.
What?
Maybe he used that one little picture as his profile pic. Who knows?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Because in the videos they never show his face, ever. He never shows his face, and he claims that if there's Javier or whatever, I'm sorry I'm saying it wrong, living in 2021, he doesn't want to scare him. Which is like, okay, you're scaring the crap out of people saying this is 2027 already. So what's one extra person?
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
himself. So what Tom, just to clarify, what Tom was saying is that the reason he claims to not be showing his face, because that's the biggest red flag for everybody, is, well, where's your face, right? That he's saying, well, there's a younger version of me in 2021, and if I show my face, I'm going to scare that younger version. But I get how that's but in a way it makes a little sense because it's himself. And then I don't know if that's how what they would call a paradox is created.
I mean,
because that would affect him then. And it's like he's got enough problems, obviously.
I guess, but he's saying that he is the one from 2021 that woke up in 2027. So in that theory, there shouldn't be another one of him here. It should be him over there. The paradox theory is that if you interact with, physically interact with your past self, then something happens. Not if you know of yourself in the future.
Yeah, but
Because everybody,
okay, well, if that's the paradox theory, he is, I think what they mean by interact is that one's energy affects the other. And obviously 2021 version would definitely be affected by seeing his future self. Like, could you imagine you seeing you trapped?
that's true. It's gonna probably mess with him. I don't know though. I mean, the other theory is that in all the videos, not all the videos, but like his hands, you could only see his hands. And his hand, like some of them change. Sometimes he has like furry hands. He has a lot of hair on his hands, and sometimes nothing at all. And the thing is like, oh, maybe he shaves his hands, but who the hell shaves their hands? And why would you, if you're alone in the future? I don't know. Why would you be wearing clothes at all? If you're the only person in the future, I would be Donald ducking it left and right.
Oh, I wonder who came up with that term. How interesting. Oh, hi, Christina. Hi, fellow Christina in another time zone. Hi, past Christina. Thank you for that joke. Let's thank her. Anyway,
Yes, thank you, Christina, for using the term Donald ducking it.
I don't like joke stealers, Tom. Moving along.
I gave you credit.
Oh, did you? So
Yes, I did. After you pointed it out.
if you could turn back time, I bet you'd want to.
I could find a way.
Hey, this guy obviously did. Here's my thing. I feel like, and I don't know if you guys have noticed that Tom and I, we do our own research about the content, but we don't plan at all what we're going to say. We just hit record, and that's why it's a disaster every time. So
Everything.
what?
I said every time.
What?
You said it's a disaster, and I said every time.
Confirmed. So yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem as miserable as somebody would normally be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to do more research from it. A hard part about doing research from this that I'm not proud of at all is that most of this is in Spanish. I'm not proud that I don't know how to understand that because I've done years of Spanish. But I did watch an entire interview with subtitles with him a few times from a Spanish interviewer. So most of it I don't understand until this guy talks and there's subtitles. And he does say he's lonely. Again, he's not showing his face. I don't know. I understand him saying he doesn't want to scare the past him. But to be honest, when you're in that situation, I feel like you'd be so freaked out, you wouldn't think that. You know what I mean? You would honestly be like showing your face to everybody and being like, can you help me? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Like who really, like in that, like imagine waking up. It's reportedly this man woke up and there's just nobody anywhere, you know? And he that's what he thinks is I'm not going to show my face because of my past self. So I'm not saying I disagree with you on speculating on that, but I was giving both sides of it. But no, I mean, if you wake up and you have nobody anywhere forever, like, and you find your damn TikTok or something, like you'd show your face. You wouldn't. That's not what would run through the average person's mind. I mean, maybe us because we study this content, but normally someone, and even I don't think I'd be like, oh, well, they got to care for the past self. And I'm pretty in depth with that kind of stuff. I just feel like normally anyone's instinct is like, I need help now. I don't care what I show.
Yeah.
Which is probably a bad message. But I mean, you're alone in 2027. Like, so I feel like if it was really legit, I think he would show his face. Something's up with the hand thing. I have a theory on this. I don't know if you want to go first on yours or if I should go first.
Well, what I was thinking was that.
Are we there? Do we want to talk more about? Yeah. Oh, I do want to add one more thing before we go there. Do you have anything else to add?
Well, my whole thing was that why wouldn't he do the other thing where he's like shows his face, of course, and says, to his past self, hey, listen, don't go into this hospital, just in case, just to see if that works. Just throw around all kinds
He
of
would
things.
cease to exist. He doesn't know what he's gonna do.
That's the thing. Who knows? Like, time travel is a mother, and I don't know.
He did it on purpose. Doesn't
Yeah.
sound like he did it on purpose.
No, he doesn't sound like he did. All right, continue. What were you gonna say?
Okay, my thing is like, if he's been there for over a year, so why are the lawns not growing? Like, how is electricity still running?
Mhm.
Like, what is he eating? I want to know that for every time traveler. What are they eating? I mean, I understand he can go in stores and just eat whatever. Like, luckily he's not in America where there's a bunch of processed foods, but it's there too, right? Where it's like Twinkies last forever or something. But in normal time travel situations where they can't just walk in a store, I want to know what the hell they're eating too, because supposedly, I mean, that's a whole other discussion, but supposedly money doesn't exist in the future. So I don't know, they come back with what to buy what with what, and where are they living and what are they doing? How are they working? They're still human, right? Like, they need like food and sleep and shelter. But anyway, back to this guy. So he could theoretically go into a store and eat Doritos or something. I mean, there's obviously a ton of stores out there unattended that he's walking into and eating, but then how is electricity still running? Maybe it's solar, but something about the internet. Is that really just still on? Like, how are the grass not overflowing with like being like overgrown,
Yep.
How are lights still on in the malls? Like, I don't know, like escalators still running, I guess.
Mhm.
But right, like, do you have any like thoughts
Well,
on?
yeah, because the other thing was that it's not just people that are not there. There are no animals there. So where the hell, like, I understand going into stores and everything, but all these little some of the processed foods, they're made with actual like animal stuff, eggs or whatever. If there are no animals there, how does that exist?
Well,
And
no, these are processed foods, so
like, I don't understand. Like you're saying, it's like, without the people, these things don't run. If you know anything about engineering and all that stuff, you leave like something just it doesn't continue to run. It doesn't switch itself on. It eventually just craps out. And I mean, there are theories as to why this is, and also the lawn theory is like, it's a joke because the show The Walking Dead, the lawns are completely like clean and everything. Everybody's like, who the hell's doing all these lawns while the freaking apocalypse is going on?
yeah.
So that's another good theory. But what people are saying, what they're theorizing, is that it's a copy world, and it's just the dimension was copied from this world, and it was just left there, and he somehow fell into it. And since he fell into it, and there was nothing living in there, the world starts up like a video game. And so it comes to life, and everything that's in it, the lights, the food, the water, the wind, it all starts. That's a theory. It's kind of a far-fetched theory, but that's one.
But still, how does it keep running years later? It's nothing.
Who the hell knows? And why is he only in Spain? Travel anywhere else.
Everybody's saying that, but whoever's saying that, I'm sorry, can you use one neuron of your brain? How the hell is he traveling? How?
Boats.
Oh yeah, let's go. No, that's what to do when you're in the middle of nowhere and you're going to survive the rest of your life with just you on the planet. Get on a boat.
Yeah. What else is he going to lose?
Are you kidding? He would starve to death on the boat.
Listen, if people could do it back in the day with sails, you could do it with the motorized boat and get there much, much faster, or anywhere else. But I'm not saying come to America. I'm saying there's, you have all of Europe like you can travel anywhere else,
He
but
doesn't know where
stays.
he's going, and then there may not be food there or anything forever, and then he's stuck, and that's how he dies. He's actually being, I think, good about this.
No, that's so cowardly.
Yeah.
I would travel everywhere.
If he was traveling, then I'd be less likely to believe him.
Why? You want to see if
what I'm saying.
yeah, but you want to find out if there's more people. That's the whole point of it.
Maybe
You don't want to be alone. Like being alone,
there's no more
in
people.
the world.
There's no more people.
There's not even animals. It's like, what the how boring is that? How quiet and freaking lonely is that? Granted, I would love it, but other people, they're like, humans are the pack animals, basically. They need other humans. So he has to start looking. He can't just sit there and screw around his TikTok.
He can actually, and that's what he's doing. But yeah, I feel that he would be in more distress than this at this point. If he was been doing this for, wait, you're saying since 2019?
I believe that's what they said, yeah.
That's years. Alone
2 years.
Years.
It was like the end of 2019, starting the pandemic. So, yeah, around December, I think, or something like that. I forgot what the wrong was. But that, yeah, like I said, it's really, and also there's one thing where he's like, he puts on the television to see, and he gets only like static and like red or whatever bars.
Yeah.
But then they show his like the meager apartment you're in. Like, if you're stuck alone, why are you in this tiny little apartment? I would go to the most grandest freaking thing and make that thing my home.
Well, okay. So interestingly enough, yeah, and how is his refrigerator still running? All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, interestingly enough, that's what I was thinking. There are things people are asking him to do that he has yet to do, which is, number one, show his face. Number two, go into a random house. He's not done that yet, from what I understand. And if I'm wrong, please, somebody, please tell me. He has yet to break a window. They're like, why don't you cause destruction, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So the other thing we forgot to mention on this video is that there's actually somebody who's like he's like a really top film person that I guess gave him a challenge on TikTok from 2021 and was like, all right, if you're legit, come to my studio, and I'm hiding this book I just wrote here, and come find it, right? And supposedly this guy was flabbergasted because Javier had did that, right? He actually went in and he filmed himself in the empty studio taking this book and leaving. And supposedly this film person's like, look, it shows the door opening by himself and stuff like that. Now, if that's legit, that's crazy and amazing. It's hard for me to, I have to really watch this guy's reactions. I've not seen his legit reactions, this film guy, yet. And I would have to read his energy. I'm not gonna be able to speak his language. But when I was younger, I could hear what people are saying if they're saying a different if they're in a different language, because the energy. So I would have to see if it's really legit, Yeah. Oh wait, I've traveled to a darker spot.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, what's happening?
Yeah, I should fix that. So I unplugged my computer. Apparently it got very dark. So I have a theory on this, but if you want to interject, go ahead.
Yeah, like you were saying, that was my thing too. I'm like, if you're alone and he's not destroying anything at all, he goes into the front door, this and that, he's causing zero havoc. And I'm like, if you're alone, just like, because the theory is this, that this might be a TikTok scam.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever.
No, it's supposed to, like, maybe advertising for TikTok.
Yeah, an advertisement for TikTok. I see what you're saying now from earlier, because where he is and TikTok, I get it now. So if that's the case, then he would get, permission to do all this and go in all these different places, and they would just clear out for the video for like a few seconds, because all his videos are only a couple of seconds. They're not like lengthy at all. And which is crazy, because I would have like a full day of looking around, not just a few seconds.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a really
So,
good point.
so that would make sense.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And I'm sorry, go ahead, but yeah, I'll wait to tell you my theory.
Oh, no, no. What I would do is I would probably go somewhere high and just pan throughout the city to be like, look, nobody. Instead, he just walks throughout the city and showing little spots here and there. So,
Oh, I was like, you get high? Okay, so anyway, I'm like, what's the point? So, okay. All right, here's my thing. Yeah, 1,000,000% right. Where's his face? Why are the hands different? There's only a few seconds each of footage. You know what I connected the dots to as soon as I realized, once I saw that film guy, that film guy that gave him a challenge. It's that fucking guy. Like, it's either that fucking guy or somebody that knows that guy. And it's really high up there, people that know how to edit things out, or that know people that can clear scenes out, you know, like who's in film. Because when you're in film, there's always empty, like everything for filming.
yeah.
You know, they probably had a field day during quarantine, like, let's just do this. And then they only had to edit out a couple people. It's very easy to drive alone at night and not see anybody. So that I don't care about. Supposedly he's driving during the day and it's very hard to edit everyone out. But these days with virtual reality and video games, you could create that whole thing. I think it has to do with that film guy that challenged him, and he's partnered up with this guy, or is this guy. There's obviously more than one of them because their hands are different.
Yeah, that's a good theory. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
That was good.
he's promoting his damn book too. He's like, oh, look at this book I just wrote. Come
Yeah,
How easy
even
is it for the film guy to edit out his whole thing if he's editing out all the rest of this guy's thing, and you know, so that it doesn't show him coming in and the door opens on its own, you know? I mean, how easy? I mean, my God. That's my theory, and if people haven't put that together.
that's a really good one, because like he's a film guy and he's like, I'm a really big fan of this guy. And as a film guy, if it's actually him, he can literally do all these things with the little simple thing saying, we're going to film here, you know, just clear out for a little bit. And that's all they got to do. And that's a really, really good theory. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know enough about that film guy. Once I saw him, I was like, he has something to do with it. These people have something to do with each other. Either it is him or he has a team. But I definitely thought, even before I saw the film guy, it's somebody that's up there in film or has really good connections and good at tech, right? And is partnered with people that have connections, so that, you know, the police department, oh, give me a key for a second, would you mind? You know, this, that, and the, like, they all have connections, and it's like, yeah, we're just going to film it, you know, it'll give you publicity. I don't know. Like, that's how it goes in film anyway, I feel, probably, like.
Yeah, basically, because they said that it might be like partnered with with Valencia, so to, you know, bring in tourism. And that was another weird thing. When he walks into that like police station, there's 2 or 3 police cars, but only one is lit up. And he's like, oh, well, I guess this is the one I'm going to go into with this key. Yeah. It's like, what the? All right.
It's such a video game. I mean, it's even filmed like one.
That is true. So, like, I don't know. This one,
video games.
this one is it's crazy. It'd be amazing if it's true, but like you said, there's first of all, my big thing is that he doesn't destroy anything. If I was alone in the future, and they're like, people like, you got to prove this and that, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna blow this building up.
I mean, I don't know. I'd be careful with destroying things, so I wouldn't want to hurt myself, right? If you're alone. Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, like after years, throw a rock into something just to prove to people I need help here.
Yeah, you don't walk into the front door and need a key for everything. Because that's another thing. He went into a zoo, and there was no animals whatsoever, which is cool. Because like that's not well.
But then you can go play on their stuff. So that is fun playing on zoo in
And
zoo.
he doesn't play on anything. He doesn't play on anything.
I
I
don't
would be
know now at all.
I would be driving a Porsche into a freaking helicopter or stuff like that. I would be doing the craziest fun things. He does nothing. He's just like, oh, I'm alone. It's like, all right.
Maybe he doesn't tell you what he does.
Film it. That would be amazing. It's like,
Maybe
hey, you want to promote Spain? I don't know.
he's got
But
enough privacy, that's for sure, if this is true.
yeah, and then he's like going shopping for like, oh, look, I got jorts. It's like, what the hell is this?
I thought the same time. I thought the same thing. Oh, look at my Levi's outfit. Again, another connection. They don't have connections to Armani apparently, because if you had a choice, wouldn't you do like Versace?
No, I would do nothing at all. Completely just walking around naked. I would have sneakers on because God forbid, I don't want to step on it. But it's like, that's it. What's the point in being clothed? Clothing is for society. That's it.
Which he doesn't have any.
And he doesn't have any. So just let it fly.
I don't know. I feel like clothing can protect you.
Yeah, from the weather. But I don't know. I'm not not that knowledgeable about the Spanish weather. So I would just a lot of these things that he's done and a lot of this stuff.
Not rained there.
Yeah. Remember when he was walking into the police station, it was raining?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. But even still, who cares? Walking naked in the rain? Nothing better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's what this is still going on. As I said, his TikTok is Unico Sobre, I can't pronounce it, Vivente, which means lone survivor in Spanish. So if you could figure that one out, you can follow him on TikTok. He's got quite a few followers and he's still apparently, posting.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
can give him all kinds of different things to do.
And he'll do it.
Yeah.
Except for like imperative things like what does your face look like? Why are your hands changing? Can you record for more than 2 seconds?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Break something.
Yeah. Steal a car, drive it into another car, get a bunch of guns and start shooting randomly into buildings. Do some destruction to prove that it's not just a setup.
I mean, they're saying they can't edit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
They're saying they can't. I wish I could time travel. They're saying they can't edit that stuff out. Like they're saying that that's way more advanced than people are saying, but I'm telling you, if there's technology that we are not aware of that obviously exists, like in terms of everything, then obviously they can, including this top-notch film guy. I mean, obviously if there are advances in technology, it's in every arena, not just a rocket ship. Obviously everything's growing in every way. So obviously there's ways that people don't know yet, but that's what I'm thinking. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, if they're doing it together with Valencia, Spain, they don't need to edit anything out. They just clear the people out for a quick shot. That's it. They're like, okay, move along, and they just do a quick shot. Because if the guy's an actual director, they could do all kinds of different things, of course, but they don't need to. They could just move people away.
I also think this was easy to do during quarantine, and just edit out a couple things.
Yeah.
Because I had this exact idea during quarantine. I was like, someone could just tape all this and make it seem like whatever, and if I had any experience in technology, I probably would have done the same thing. I wouldn't try to fool people. I'd probably make it something funny, but like yeah, I mean, I thought, wow, what a blank landscape for anything you want to do if you're good at, videotaping.
Yeah,
So I think it's interesting it started around that time.
that is true. But yeah, so this is still going on. I got nothing else on this guy. I mean,
Yeah,
my theory, it'd be amazing if it's true. Sucks for him. But
actually, it does not.
well, I mean, in a world alone, yes and no. But I don't think I'm skeptical that it's true.
He's obviously
Um,
sad if he's alone. Solitary confinement is like the worst punishment they're giving people, supposedly, like for a reason. Okay, so trust me, years alone, mm-mm. But I
yes, but that's confinement.
don't buy it.
Yeah, I don't buy it either. But it's confinement. Confinement means small space. This man has the world.
Yeah,
The
but
only thing that
I thought solitary confinement is torture because someone's alone. That's what I've heard.
true, but they're alone in a small space. That's the worst part. Like if you had the world to travel and do whatever the hell you want, you have freedom to, except for see people. I
Like,
mean,
remember Castaway?
yes,
Wilson.
true. He had Wilson though.
Wilson.
Where's this man
That's
Wilson?
what I'm saying. He made friends with the fucking volleyball, bro.
That is true. People like social people do need more. But I mean, he has a social media.
I feel like I don't remember that movie at all if I saw it, but I feel like I somehow know this guy had a fucking breakdown when that volleyball with a face drawn on it was like floating
Yeah,
away, right? Did that
yeah.
happen?
That was the saddest part of the whole entire movie.
Okay. Okay, there's a reason. This is not based on fantasy. This is based on like there's like some research to this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, of course I know.
That's why they put people in timeout in that solitary confinement thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Trust me, I don't want I don't want that fact about humanity to be true. I want to feel like I can exist alone forever and not need anybody ever.
My thing is this: at least like the animals, not having any animals either. That's really got to be terrible. Not hearing birds, not seeing a dog.
So yeah, so
That
thing I want to believe it's true that we can be that independent, but maybe that's what's up for discussion right now in this conversation. Like maybe if we, you know, face the hard, face that maybe that's not the case. But you're right, even lonely people, when they're older, get cats and dogs. Okay. I should not limit these pets to people that are lonely and old. I'm just saying, like, they're, people that are not people get animals. Okay, you're right. Imagine this guy, I feel like, and maybe I have to do more research, but I feel like he'd be in more distress if he was alone. I do remember seeing an interview with him where he did say, it's really hard or whatever. I mean, it's freaky. To be honest, when you look at all the footage and there's no one there, like as an empath, I feel it. Like I feel like, oh God, oh. Like you ever be in an empty mall, you freaked out a little. It's just like, and I'm not even, I don't even know if I'm a people person or not, but sometimes I'm like half and half, so sometimes I don't feel like one, but once I'm in an empty mall or something, it's like, oh, like watching all his footage, I'm like, oh God, no.
no, not me. When quarantine was happening, I loved it. That's true because I worked the whole time.
I get it, but that's a different story. That's a different story. I think a lot
Yeah,
of
no. When I was driving through the city, and like, if you drove through the city in New York, you obviously know there's people everywhere. Nothing. I was literally the only car on the road.
It is different. It is different because you're used to the crowds. This is a nice change. It's temporary. It's different because there's still people. If like it's so different,
Mhm.
I need a drink to deal with how different this is.
You're drinking alcohol. I don't know. Like I feel like I could exist in that, but I see what you're saying. I mean, in the end, you still need people.
Let's not get there right now because I read your energy before, and yes, you do need it. Okay, I don't care if you do or not, but you need it more than me. Okay, that's what I read. So
Okay, all right, all right.
by the way, guys, stay tuned. I was thinking, and Tommy doesn't know this yet, but I'm thinking maybe we do a segment on how we blow off steam.
Well, we'll see about that.
On
So
how
I got nothing else on this guy. I hope for the best for him, but who knows if it's real.
Yeah. Now, that's not to say, guys, just to wrap this up with a nice little bow, that is not to say that I don't believe in time travel. I'm not saying I don't. I have an open mind, which is exactly what I went into this whole thing with. And I came to my own personal conclusion that you heard here today. That doesn't mean I negate everything that comes my way. And it doesn't mean I believe everything that comes my way. So am I ruling out time travel? I'm not. With this, I feel like I found what it is. But maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have a problem with being wrong. I'm just saying I don't think so.
Mhm.
So yeah, in fact, because we are so open-minded about time travel, that's going to be our next few segments. Hence the time travel close. I don't know if you guys noticed time travel.
In the future, they wear dresses.
This is from the past. Okay, and I like your time travel attire. Okay.
Hey, listen, there's stories about a guy wearing a t-shirt back in an old picture, so
Okay, good. Maybe you are that time travel, which means
maybe I am.
yes, that would be great, and I would love to do that interview. Maybe we'll get some viewers.
Yeah, this is going to be our segment for the next few videos, but as time travel goes, you might not see it in the exact order.
It's true. That is true. There's at least 40 videos I have yet to post, and the last 2 I posted are from 4 months ago.
So enjoy that. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you'd like to have a session with Christina, you can find her at
SoulSpaUniversity@gmail.com. And it is ironic because this weekend is the Renaissance Fair, and apparently it is time travel weekend there. It was just so weird because I had the best birthday week getting into this during my breaks. And then I got these notifications that it's time travel weekend at Renaissance Fair. So weird how that worked out.
That is kind of cool. But isn't the whole purpose of Renaissance that it's the past?
Well, that's how I'm dressed right now. Anyway.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thank you. And we will go into your past now, unless you hit the notification button.